For August 23rd, we have Angel Has Fallen, starring Gerard Butler and Morgan Freeman. The film was co-written and directed by Rick Romanois, who also did Snitch and Shot Callers. So, you've probably seen this before. This is the third out of the Has Fallen series. Apparently, after saving the president's life twice already in Olympus and London Has Fallen, Secret Service agent Mike Banning has been framed in an assassination attempt of President Alan Trumbull, played by Morgan Freeman, aka God. And now he has to fight against the Secret Service and the FBI in order to clear his name and protect the president. We've seen this movie at least 2 times before, which also looks way too similar to the first few seasons of the show 24, but I plan on watching it anyway for the action and the explosions. This series of movies hasn't failed me yet in that department. Everything else, God knows what. The next movie coming out that weekend is Brittany Runs a Marathon, starring Jillian Bell, who has done tons of TV and voice actor work, including a show that's coming up on Amazon called Super Mansion, Human Discoveries, and the Green Eggs and Ham series coming up on Netflix soon. It was written and directed by Paul Downs Calizio, who's normally a playwright, and this is his feature film directorial debut. Otherwise, he has written 1 episode of MacGyver, and he has also written a medical drama called LFE, which I've never heard of. The film is about a 30-something-year-old woman who deals with her lack of health, self-esteem, and self-worth by discovering running. The film has been released in a limited run this weekend and will most likely be released to Amazon Prime shortly after it was released by Amazon Studios. Yeah, I have a couple of friends who are doing almost the exact same thing right now in real life, and they saw the movie about a month ago and they loved it. It was very inspirational to them, and the story itself looks like that kind of movie. So it'll be a movie that I will look forward to watching. Overcomer is a film that's been directed by, co-written by, and starring Alex Kendricks. You may remember that name. Him and his brother Steven has also made other Christian films such as Fireproof and Courageous, and this film is no different. After reluctantly agreeing to coach cross country, John and his wife Amy meet an aspiring athlete who's pushing her limits on a journey toward discovery. Inspired by the words and prayers of a newfound friend, John becomes the least likely coach, helping the least likely runner attempt the impossible in the biggest race of the year. For August 30th, we have Don't Let Go, starring Storm Reed from A Wrinkle in Time, Euphoria and When They See Us, and David Oyelowo, who played Martin Luther King in Selma. He was also in A Wrinkle in Time and The Queen of Katwe. The film was written and directed by Jacob Estes, probably best known for writing the story and the screenplay for Rings, the sequel to The Ring in America. The film is about a man who gets a phone call by his niece shortly after his family is murdered. The thing is, his niece is one of those who's already been murdered. By the look of the trailer, it seems like his niece helps him find those responsible for the murder. It looks like an exciting film, and I love it because it has a mostly black and people of color cast. On Netflix, we also have The Dark Crystal, The Age of Resistance. This sequel series will star Awkwafina, Helena Bonham Carter, Catriona Balfe, and lots of others. The sequel series to the original 1982 Jim Henson and Frank Oz film returns to the world of Thra, where 3 Gelflings discover the horrifying secret behind the Skeksis' power and sets out to ignite the fires of rebellion and save their world. People of a certain age, like me, are probably hyped to see this. I myself hasn't seen the film yet, but every time I mention it, people around me tell me that I have to see it. So I'm sure all of those guys will be glued to their laptops to watch this when it hits Netflix this month. Also, fans of the original movie at last year's New York Comic Con blew up at just the announcement of the sequel series and the behind-the-scenes featurette that came with it. This is going to be the big release this month.